All rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Yeah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. Now we got our audience here. We can start. So, all right, with that, I will call the Damariscotta Select Board meeting of Wednesday, May 1st to order. We are almost all here. Looks like Josh Minkham is absent tonight. Something that came up, so we're missing him. Yep. And all right, everybody's here. So I'm back. I missed the last meeting there, but I show up tonight for you. So, all right. You guys guess we can dig right in to get some housekeeping out of the way. So
Yeah.
we do have some minutes to move. I think we'll do these separately. I was absent from one of them, and we can separate them out a little bit here if you like. So we'll start with April 3rd. Does anybody have any changes or additions or? Yeah.
Under 3, double I, it starts off with Mr. Ryan Frazier. As a continuation of the previous, it's really August Avantagio.
For April
Oh, yeah.
3rd?
Yeah.
3. Oh, yes.
Yeah, good catch. I saw.
Yeah, I think it's mentioned more than once, so you want to follow it down.
Yeah, it's multiple times.
Didn't quite do what you said.
Instead of under 3, II, it starts off Mr. Ryan Frazier. Should be August Avantagio, and then thereafter, when you see Ryan Frazier, it should be August. August was doing the talking.
Yeah, so anything involved with the ASU, AOS.
That night was August.
Yeah, okay. And that's just in that section. Okay, thank you, Tom. Yeah. All right. And anything else? Oh, Tom, you want to move that one?
Sure, I'll move the minutes of April 3rd
As amended?
as amended.
All right, I'll second. Any discussion? No. Those in favor? Okay, and then we have the minutes of April 17th. So any changes? This one I wasn't here for, so I don't know if you guys have any changes or corrections, and speak now or forever hold your peace. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll move them.
Thank you, Dan. Second, Andrew seconds. Okay. All right. Any more discussion? All those in favor? Okay, 3, and I'm going to abstain. Yep. All right, let's move into financials. So has everybody had a chance to look at the warrants? We have a payroll warrant, number 53.
I'll move it.
Tom's going to move it. All right. Thank you, Tom.
3.
I have a second. Andrew?
Yeah.
You second? Okay. Sure. Shout it right out there so I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. Any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, so moved. We have 2 payroll warrants. We're going to move, we can do these separately. We'll start with, accounts payable warrants, number 52, which is a carryover from, this is the Mega Enterprise payment, which is carrying over for last meeting. So just a technicality here to move it again. So I'll move AP number 52. Second, Dan's going to second. All right, Dan seconds. Any discussion? Oh, okay. All those in favor? All right. Yep. Andrew too. Okay, 4. And then we have accounts payable number 54. Oh, I'll move 54.
Second.
Tom's going to second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, financials are out of the way, and we can start. Andrew, if you want to. I know 52 is signed, but we can pass them down there. So.
From those 2 numbers on the accounts payable.
Sorry, Andy, what?
52 and 54.
Yeah.
Okay.
52, 54, sorry. All right. Any anything come in last minute? Any correspondence or snail mail that we would be to?
Not that I'm remembering.
All right. Yep. I don't see anybody on the big board. And Lestat, anything you want to holler at us about or anything? You're welcome to. All right, sit back, and watch the show, so. All right, well, we'll move right along here. So, Angie's provided us with a town manager report. I'm assuming everyone's had a chance to look at it. It's a one pager this time.
I know, that's a
geez.
shocker.
Very short.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, anybody have any questions or any highlights or anything they want to hit on that?
Did we know that he was gonna leave?
Weeks ago.
Oh, so we didn't know he was unhappy and looking for,
I don't think he's unhappy by any means.
Yeah, no,
It was an
wanted a
opp-
better
opportunity.
policeman.
He was an opportunity
Better.
for a different position, promotion for him, and there will be,
Yeah,
Chief is coordinating something for Tuesday. I sent an email out if any of you are interested in popping up for that.
It's here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Say thanks and send him on his way.
yeah.
Yep.
You know. Yeah, no, Eric will be missed. He's been an excellent officer and well-liked in the community and stuff, fit in well, so we can find someone to replace him, but we wish him well and wants to
Sure.
move up the
I'm
ladder.
excited about
better
getting the
himself,
crosswalks
Yep.
painted. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So, well, there's crosswalks. I can cross here. I'm like, no, you can't.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be great. Yeah, the paint machine's up and running and working and.
Up and running. They're at training today, depending on trying to get some more sweeping done, and we just need some dampness for that. So,
Okay, yeah.
depending on how the next two mornings are,
What'd they go for? What training?
which one?
You said they're-
Training,
today.
there was road fundamentals. I think that was the last one they went to, and then there was another one that might be today. There was
Okay.
two that had come up. It's part of the spring show of trainings that Maine Local Roads puts on.
Oh, I was just saying, it's done through the state. Yeah, oh,
Mhm.
that's great. Yeah,
Can't remember exactly which one this was.
yeah,
There was one last week and one this week.
important stuff. So that's good. Awesome.
Did you get the, any application into Pingree office?
I did.
Excellent.
Yes.
We saw the deadline was.
Under the wire?
Yeah.
They don't give you a lot of time.
No,
'Cause I got an
thankfully,
email about it because I had gone to that
Yeah.
seminar.
thankfully, it was on the tail end of the senator's CDS request process. So it was, same project, just different format to submit in. And I didn't look at it until Monday. So
Wow.
I had gone to see my mom for the weekend and I didn't bother to look at the email. So fortunately, it was the other two had already been done. So yeah, and I had the letters of support already written in anticipation of, so it was easy just to more or less to put together. Fingers crossed.
Okay.
It's just a scheduling questions. Maybe it's for
Yeah, go
Daryl.
ahead.
On the 15th,
Ooh,
there's the GSB annual budget
right.
secondary meeting at 6:30 and our meeting's at 5:30.
Mhm.
I suspect there'd be people that I'd be curious to go to that one because that one feels like a big deal.
Oh, yeah, same night, 6:30. Yeah.
Is there any way to start earlier?
We
Like
should
this
be
meeting
able
at
to,
5? Can we start at 5 and be out of here?
We gotta have a packet like this one.
Gotta do it,
Nothing on it.
right?
Yeah, or we can schedule, we can see what's coming up in the packet and,
You want to do 5, but give you a little more breathing room.
Okay with me.
They did shift their meeting because they were gonna start, I think, at 6 or something. And then after hearing that last meeting, Lindsay did shift it a little bit. So
yeah. I don't
Our
have a problem if we wanna
secondary-
Shift till, like, do it earlier at 5 o'clock or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
I
suspect,
want
that-
to go too.
yeah, because I
That's
suspect a
fine.
few people would want to go.
It's fine.
Yeah, we can do that. I believe we'll
Mhm.
have to make a motion for that, right? No?
No.
just
We don't
sounds
do
like
it.
you've called a meeting at 5. You don't need a.
Yeah,
motion. You can
yes.
call a meeting without a motion.
Officially, yeah, that's right. I'm trying to
Just
remember,
call it.
change the
We'll
official.
post the
meeting.
agenda and
So
We'll be good.
I'm gonna call for our select board meeting on May 15th to meet at 5 o'clock as opposed to 5:30.
Yeah.
So, all right. Just have to remember that. Yep, fair enough. All right.
Can we send you a text?
Yeah. Maybe. All
Do we
right.
Need to go to this one?
What's that,
The
Andrea?
Historic Preservation Review Commission?
We can go to any you want to.
Oh,
Don't have to.
Yeah.
just sharing what's on our calendar.
Is it something
Yeah.
we?
It's similar to like, planning board type of meetings. I mean, it depends on what they have. I don't know if they have on their docket or is this, they haven't met in a while, probably. This is probably
Michael's been good about trying to get him to meet quarterly.
good. Okay. I know. Yeah, that was
Been a while before that.
Because it was a long time before that. They hadn't had anything to meet for, so to speak. So they're meeting kind of regularly quarterly. Yeah.
Yeah, the quarterly is a stipulation of the ordinance.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's defined in ordinance how frequently they'll meet, even if they don't have any applications to review. I mean, and most applications that have come in have been minor enough that the planner can review them and approve them.
Yeah, they go through
Yeah,
before
I
they
don't
get
think
to
they've
the
had to
commission,
go
so.
forward
yeah.
with a full, ordinance review.
So very much to do. So, yeah, so it's, you know, it's probably gonna be a pretty short meeting, but you're more than welcome to attend. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, well, let's move through official action items. We do have a warrant in front of us for the town of Damariscotta secondary education, adult education to consider. Anybody have any questions, comments, concerns regarding this warrant?
It's not any different than this one, right?
There was some, the one in your packet, there were some changes made today. I talked with Peter and
Oh, okay.
just had to get a few things squared away there. I mean, the differences being select men versus select board.
Oh, okay, yeah, some language
Then a
changes.
couple of the dates, just had to fix a couple of, I think the dates of like your signature and.
I didn't see any number changes, but it was all.
Oh, okay, because I'm not seeing any number change.
Yeah, the biggest changes just would have been at the end there, Article 15 changed to 16 and inserted Article 15.
Yeah.
So that it picks up the summary on the page before.
Okay.
It called
Okay.
Article 14 and 15 to raise the amounts of. So that one hadn't been in there.
Gotcha, all right.
Oh, I see.
15 changes. Ballot requirement. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Says that up, so, all right. Well, I'll entertain a motion for the secondary education warrant.
I'll move the second.
Thank you, Tom.
Second.
Andrea's gonna second. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor? Okay, that's so moved. All right, now we do have the collective bargaining agreement from the town of Damariscotta to the Damariscotta Police Association. Are we still calling it the Benevolent Association?
That's what the
Do we have something in
forms with
here?
the.
Oh,
state
still-
have, yeah.
Yeah, I know it doesn't say it here, but it's the
Yes.
Benevolent Association, so the CBA. Nothing's changed since the last time we discussed it. If anybody has any questions or comments, we would have to discuss it in a executive session, just a contract negotiation.
It's already been done, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're at the final, this is the final draft. It's been agreed upon by the association and whatnot. It's just in front of us now to either approve it, move it along or not move it along. But discussion wise, where it's a contract negotiation, we would have to discuss it in a executive session format. So if anybody does have any questions, they want to go into this, we would have to pull it out there. If nobody has any questions, I'm going to make a motion to move it along and we'll see what happens. How's that sound? So,
Yeah.
All right, good. All right, I'll make a motion to approve the collective bargaining agreement between the town of Damariscotta and the Damariscotta Police Benevolent Association for the time period of July 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2027.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, 3 years. All right, do I have a second?
Fine, I'll second.
Who's it?
Second.
All right, Andrew's gonna second it. All right. Any discussion? So, which we can't discuss much other than the remove, so. All right.
So, well,
Yep.
I don't think this is the contract, in light of the fact that we're losing a police person. This contract should make hiring a new one easier, right?
It allowed, it's kind of front loaded that sweet spot
Mhm.
for time and service, and it extended the what do we call it? What you can use to, it was 6 years before you couldn't back pay somebody lateral, thank you. For anything over 6 years, and now we allow 15 in that. So yeah, it should give a much wider tool for to get somebody in that
It's
position.
ironic that we discussed that too when it came up.
Yeah, yeah. So it's having that kind of that stuff in the middle there, so hopefully it works out in our favor. So yeah, awesome, good question. All right, all those in favor? All right, that's it. Okay, good enough. All right, and then we have the animal control services contract. For the county here, that in front of me, sorry.
My only question is this different from the last? Does anybody know any changes?
The only change they presented to us had to do, and there was some discussion amongst us, the towns in the county. Had to do with the liability. Hang on.
I don't see it jumping out, but it must be.
Otherwise, it seems pretty straightforward. But I mean, if there's-
It was, yeah, section 10 there on page 5 of 7,
Mm-hmm.
indemnification of hold harmless. It was something driven by their insurance company.
Oh, okay.
We certainly had some discussions about that, particularly about us
It sounds like
Holding
something
against any-
else we just dealt with.
holding them,
Yeah.
harmless against any and all liabilities, claims, penalties, forfeitures, suits, and costs and expenses incident there too.
Rising
And
out
so,
of this.
it's them executing the contract on our behalf. And so it's just, the question was like, well, if there happens to be an issue or an incident regarding something their
Mhm.
employee did,
Mhm.
kind of has us,
Taking a heat.
right?
Yeah, that's
And it
the
didn't used to be there, Andy?
provider of the.
It didn't. So again, something their insurance company, as ours would, have a position on, theirs has a position on, and they don't think it's necessarily always, would be fair if they're doing the job that we would otherwise do. I mean, it doesn't talk about like negligence would be very different, right?
Okay.
But it's just the standard duties if something, generally happens. I think if they end up getting into someone's negligence, that's a whole different matter.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
That was the question that had come up.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
This is the same verbiage that all the towns that they work with received.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to move the animal control services contract as presented.
Second.
Thank you, Tom. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Okay. All right. Moving right along here. Boy, it's a short one tonight.
I love it.
Right, we can move, anything else, Andy, come in last minute?
I did forget on Hodgson Street,
Okay.
one of the basins is in front of one of the buildings is going through some renovations, some significant renovations on Hodgson Street.
You mean in front of Jessica's?
And the perimeter drain that they want to put in,
Yeah.
direct water, and there's just a lot of water coming off that hillside.
Mm,
And so they want to put some perimeter drains in place.
Okay.
And pipe that into the catch basin.
Gotcha.
It'll give it the pitch that it needs to enter it. The engineer was out last week reviewing the work that had been completed from our project and had talked about it. And he initially had some heartburn over just the concept of tying into our system and buildings, mostly if it was like a floor drain, and our system backed up and now it's backing up into their building.
Right, yeah.
Where it's a perimeter drain, the building will be on posts. He said, really isn't, we want it to go into our system. The expense and the issue of doing all that's on them. But because it's not gonna, if it does back up, it won't go up into their building. There wasn't as much concern,
Okay, yeah.
so.
All right, so it's doable then. It's not
Right.
yeah, all right.
do we
The only
need to-
alternative would be to have them direct it to the road's edge and it would just add, whatever more water down the curb line versus going directly into.
Come in, right, it
Mm.
would run down, come into the catch basin at some point anyway.
Yeah, but they'd be able to do that without impacting the curb or new asphalt or anything like that.
Gotcha. Will we needed some sort of agreement with the idea?
I don't think so. I mean, it's just their property. They are going through the right of way to, there's that strip of the right of way there, but I think we're okay in this one. I mean, if we're gonna go across private property for our drainage, we
Yeah.
definitely do.
Mm,
But going in that direction, I think it's okay.
All right.
okay.
When is, you have any idea timeline when she's doing her project?
They're doing it.
Yeah.
It's under right now.
Oh, they did start.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot going. Mhm.
There is.
Okay, yeah, it's been a busy street.
Do you feel like they finished? Hager finished?
pretty sure I had to double check with Andrew. I think the only thing, I think that was everything. One thing we didn't have, I don't think was finished was cleaning the catch basins, way back in December when that material washed. But he looked at the basins and the sumps of the basins were below the pipe. There has been now, winter sand and other debris that have come in anyways. He looked at it and said, you're probably another couple of years before you got to do anything. So at this point, for all intents and purposes, we felt it is complete. They went back and put more matting down as was required, seeded again, fixed the area up above where the big washout had happened, just below the cemetery, reset the mailbox. So they did come back and do everything on the list that we
Oh,
asked.
good.
Yeah. A little easier walking up through there now, isn't it?
It is,
was?
yeah,
Yeah,
That was rough.
the grass is actually starting to come
Yeah.
through.
It is, yeah.
Nice, awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can move along. Anybody has any discussion items tonight? Not ready with Tom?
I just want to thank Eric Halpern for his service and I wish him well in the future.
Awesome, thank you, Tom. Dan, anything?
I'm just curious if you had any insight in terms of the main DOT Newcastle partnership, the meetings tonight over there. Because obviously it's going to impact us. I happened to be walking through there earlier this afternoon, and there were like 4 or 5 main DOT folks just sort of milling about. I don't know what they were doing. They seemed to be doing one of those circle things, just talking to each other. But
Yep.
Were they leaning on shovels?
there was no shovels there. They had like
Sorry,
Chevy.
main DOT, that was a dig, sorry. Yeah.
No, but I just didn't know if you had any insight into what might happen tonight and what the next steps are for them, because it is going to impact us.
Yeah, I think they were just stakeholder engagement and just trying to, I'm not sure exactly what was on the agenda. I think generally they were just trying to share updates and where they are but I didn't get anything in particular on that.
We'll see, they'll surprise us maybe. Well, yeah.
In a good way.
Hopefully, yeah.
I can ask and share the output if, whatever they have of that. And that's something the board would like to see.
well, I think it probably we should. That'd be nice. If you just send us an email.
In the loop.
And yeah,
Great. Andrea,
2 things.
all right.
Again, I really want to say thank you for putting it on the agenda to get the side crosswalks painted. I was excited when we have crosswalks. And I know this isn't our concern, but it's my concern that they want to put a place to sell guns near a school, and they're having a meeting on it. I mean,
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
It's Newcastle's problem, but it's anyone that sends their children to school a problem also. And I don't suppose it's our problem, but we do send our children there.
They're having a meeting and they'll go through their process and.
And I assume we're not supposed to go to it, right? It's for Newcastle residents.
Well, most meetings are open to the public, but you just can't necessarily speak. They may, usually when you have a public meeting and you're from a different town, they have to vote that in to approve.
Yeah.
So it'd be up to them what they want to do there. So I suspect that they'll have some speakers there, from the school. They probably will do that because they'll have some input from, folks there or whatever.
So if
but,
I want someone to say
Yeah.
something, I need to get to someone in Newcastle and
Yeah.
Not
voice
necessarily.
them.
Not necessarily. I mean, if someone were to come to our meeting tonight and isn't a registered voter, we don't ask them to be a registered voter to speak at our.
Oh, I was thinking of a town meeting. That's right.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. I guess it wouldn't be yeah.
I mean, they speak at the pleasure of the board, so
Yeah.
as long as the
Yeah.
board
So it
chair.
depended
and
on
the
how they
board-
ran it, but yeah, no, I retract that because Andy's right.
So
it's
we
not
could
a
go it and have our say.
You can certainly go and see if
Public
there's
as a
anything to
Private
share.
citizen,
say.
yeah.
I mean, the
Not
same,
representing the board, but as a private citizen.
No, of course. Well, I'm going as a teacher.
Yeah, so that's me, yeah, you can go and.
Yeah,
put your
I
opinion.
mean,
I think from some of what I think we read in the paper there, I mean, highlighting that, there are restrictions on sale of alcohol, sale of tobacco products, adult entertainment establishments, so many feet within a school, but there just isn't currently for firearms, an ordinance or statute. So
Yeah.
right. And Louis Doe's is far enough away that it's not close enough. They're
Well,
like
it's a
the
certain distance away. I mean, the
Exactly.
question, right? I mean,
Yeah,
the
it's an
question that
arbitrary, like
then,
how far is
right.
too far, how far
Right.
is, yeah,
Yeah, I
that's,
don't know
that's
what
the,
it is.
you know, that's the reality. It's like, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, there's restaurants within so many feet of the school already that, sell alcohol, but
Yeah.
again, they were there
Yeah.
probably before the statute and setbacks were put in place, or maybe, or I don't know.
Well, they'll come to a happy medium with a, reasonable agreement or something, so see what happens, so. Yeah. Right. I don't think I have anything tonight. I'm sorry I missed a meeting, but try not to do it again. And yeah, I'm not gonna add anything. The same thing, Halpin, he's done great. We wish him well and we'll see him off next week, but that's all I've got. Lisette, do you want to add anything before we we'll try to be entertaining, so yeah. And do we have any word on our ACE reporter, the new one coming in or?
I
think-
talked to someone in the last couple weeks about articles that she was writing.
Yeah.
Molly Rains, I don't know if she's been assigned to us or permanently or more temporarily, but
I will have to apologize. She had reached out to me as well and I forgot to get back to her, so I'll touch base, but I'm assuming they'll assign somebody to come in, so.
I haven't heard anything official. I keep including Maya on the emails when we send out board packets, so figure she can forward to whoever
They'll figure
would
it
need
out,
to come and
yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
We don't publish. We haven't been putting the comp plan meetings on our website, town website. So there was one last week, there was one this week, and it
There was
wasn't on there,
The last week wasn't an official one, but the one on Monday was.
but it wasn't on there.
I don't know.
It wasn't, because I looked.
Oh, okay.
And I just feel like, it's-
Calendar on there.
yeah, that if we don't get it on there, how are we supposed to encourage people should they actually be interested?
Yeah, okay.
Seems like we should be having those on
Check
there.
and, yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure we're getting the.
Yeah, I know,
Meetings come
I know
out.
Michael clears the room, make sure that there's a.
Yeah, the 9th and the
available,
6th,
so.
the 9th and the 16th were on there, and that was the last ones.
Yeah, and then we had one on the 23rd and we had one on Monday, the 29th.
Monday.
But anyway, I just feel like we should.
Yeah. Were those regularly scheduled ones or were they like
Well,
follow-up
it's land
meetings or?
use. It was, yeah, I mean, we're
Well, that's what I
getting
mean,
to the
yeah,
point
just-
where
yeah.
we are finalizing land use, and do people have anything to say?
Yeah,
If they don't
sure,
know about
sure.
it, how are they gonna come in? Because I don't want to hear a lot when we go to present this that we weren't told.
Well, you might. I think it's, that's certainly one means I'll look into why it isn't getting put on there.
I don't know why it's not, I'm just.
But there's also plenty of other ways that we should be reminding ourselves to encourage people to attend, even if you literally bring them with you. But no, there's no one single source, right, for
Right.
how to get it out.
Well, between our website and this paper,
Mhm.
we should be. And then, of course, we need to get ready for when we release all of this in June to make sure we've made good publicity.
Mhm. Right.
Sounds good. All right. Well. That it?
Yeah, I have a
Okay.
house full of people. I'll go.
Bring them all out, so. All right, so we are going to move into an executive session here in a minute. I'll call for that in just a second here. So once I make the motion, then we've got to, Jeff will shut down and we'll kick everybody out. Sorry, Lisette, yeah. When we come out of executive session, if we have any official actions at that point, we'll record them. Andy will record them and we'll let folks know in our minutes and whatnot. So, yeah. So with that, I will make a motion to move to executive session pursuant to 1 MRSA 4056E, consultation with legal counsel. Just need a second. All right, Tom's going to second. Thanks for that. Give everybody a minute to gather up and. Oh, yeah, we didn't vote, did we? All those in favor? Thank you. All right. Yeah, that would help. So good thing you were still here. In the meantime, is everyone